When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Dylan Kessler today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Sturgis Striker. This evening, as well as 8:10 a.m. And you can also listen to the broadcast on the KVHB app by downloading that to your smartphone device, or you can go to our webpage at kbhbradio.com. Titans are coming in here looking for a win. They are coming off a loss to Rapid City Post 320 this past week. That's a game Terry and I went down to Rapid City to do, and that game just went 5 innings, and Post 320 and the Stars getting the 12-0 win over the Sturgis Titans. So the Titans come in here tonight. They'll be wearing their dark blue uniforms. Let's run down the starting lineup for you here tonight. Batting first for the Titans, into the lineup tonight, Drew Jenke. He'll be catcher for the Titans tonight. Batting second will be Kel Sundstrom. He'll be playing second base, wearing number 7. Brody Royer will bat third. He'll be wearing number 28 tonight. He's our starting pitcher, so he'll be on the mound for the Titans to start tonight. Elijah Stroud will be at first base. He's wearing number 4. He'll be batting cleanup tonight. George Hamer at third base. He'll be wearing number 26. Carter Williams will be bearing number 21. He'll be batting 6th in the lineup. He'll be playing center field. Aiden Wood will bat 7th, wearing that numero uno, number 1 on his jersey tonight. He'll be at shortstop. Bridger Massa Batten will bat 8th tonight. He wears number 11. He'll be playing left field. And last but certainly not least, Jaron Andrzejewski will play right field tonight. He'll wear number 5. We'll step aside for the national anthem. Is your hometown bowling alley that is locally owned and operated. Come on down and bowl a game, join a league, or have a birthday party. Don't forget Friday and Saturdays are Blacklight Bowling Nights. Conveniently located off 1st and LaSalle Street, stop in and grab your morning coffee from 5-8 Espresso. Not a coffee person? No problem. Grab a tea or smoothie. And if you're going to grab a drink, why not grab a Daylight donut or 2? All located inside Sturgis Strikers off 1st and LaSalle. Grocery Mart off Junction Avenue in Sturgis, South Dakota is your locally owned and operated grocery store. Stop in and shop the great selection of fresh cut meats. Then stroll on over to the fresh produce aisle. Watch for weekly ads for big savings and make sure you're checking out their Facebook page for the hot deals.
Grocery Mart continues to strive to offer the best deals to their customers. Located off Junction Avenue in Sturgis, South Dakota, Grocery Mart says go Scoopers.
Players will have to contend with that here this evening, and that's going to be blowing actually right into our window here on the second story of our clubhouse here where we set up our broadcast place. And here's how the Belle Fourche Bronx will go in their lineup here this evening. Tate Thompson will be up to bat first tonight for the Bronx. Carson Hahn will bat second. Nolan Walfelt will bat third. Uriah Hamilton will bat fourth. Trig Thompson batting fifth. Rafe Parmenter will bat sixth. Graham Vanderbroom will bat seventh. Tegan Carbajal will bat eighth. And Brady Meemkin will bat ninth. Starting pitcher for the Belle Fourche Bronx will be Tate Thompson, and that will happen when the Titans go to the bottom half of the inning and send the Belle Fourche Bronx out onto defense. So warming up for the Sturgis Titans is Brody Royer. He'll be pitching here for the 0-2 Sturgis Titans baseball team, looking for their first win of the year. This is going to be their only game this week, as a matter of fact, against the Belle Fourche Bronx. Next week, they'll take on Post 320, and I believe that'll be a doubleheader here at Strong Field. That's coming up next week. Tonight, though, they have the purple and the white. And we'll see how the Titans can do against this Belle Fourche squad. Titans are hoping to get their first win of the season here. It's young. They just turned over to the Legion team. Scoopers finished up their baseball season this past week and a half ago out at the regionals, and they dropped their first-round game. Sturgis Scoopers girls softball team, by the way, seen their season come to an end yesterday in heartbreaking fashion. They lost to, actually that was on Tuesday, they lost to the top-seeded Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots. And take that back, they lost to Roosevelt, who was not the top seed, but it was a 2-1 ball game. The Scoopers just couldn't get that extra 2 runs across to get the win there, so they see their season come to an end. Lincoln cruised over Spearfish in that other West River game in the girls softball tournament. First pitch here is on the way, and that one is outside the strike zone for ball one. Leadoff batter here, Tate Thompson for Belle Fourche. He's a right-handed hitter. Pitch from Royer right in there. Got it right over the strike zone for strike one.
Yeah, Brody will need to throw a lot of strikes today.
Yeah.
So good opportunity.
Ooh, that one got outside. Ball 2. So 2-1. The quicker he can start throwing those strikes, the better. This one, that one's up high and outside. Ball 3. So the count goes 3-1. Thompson takes a couple of practice swings there in between the pitch here. Here it's on the way. Swings on that one. Got him swinging. That'll be strike 2 and a full count coming. That'd be good if Royer could avoid getting into full count opportunities here, too. And that one's ball 4. It goes low. It gets past the catcher. Thompson trots on to first base, so Royer starts with a walk.
Number 1, Carson.
Yeah, that's been a little bit of the trouble with Sturgis baseball is these 25 and 30 pitch innings and causing a...
It'll bring those pitch counts up quick.
Yeah. Yeah, when the staff's a little thin to begin with, you...
Carson Hahn up to bat. He'll take strike 1. Royer got a nice one there.
A little ground ball for a double play would be nice.
See if they can run one here. I don't think the Titans have actually got that double play yet. They're going to throw to first. They'll chase Thompson back. Thompson wasn't that far off the base. But Royer and his first baseman Stroud were on the same page. Here's the pitch. Swing. He'll poop that one foul. And that one goes off the fence out there. And that'll put a strike up on the board for Hahn. Wearing the number 1 on his jersey. Purple jerseys tonight for Belle Fourche, and that's a late swing, and it gets over the head of the second baseman out there, and that's going to be a base hit. Thompson scuttles on to second base, and now runners on first and second for the Bronx. That was just in an area over the second baseman's head, and that was Kel Sundstrom out there who couldn't quite get to it. He put his glove up there, but couldn't get it down. Nolan Walfelt is up to bat. We've said his name before in Belle Fourche sports.
Yeah, he's been a mainstay the last several years.
He sure has. He's in one of them big lineups here, batting third, but he swings on that one and misses it for a strike. And that will even up the count. Pretty big leadoff on first base out there by Hahn.
Yeah, they decided to not hold him on, which is the right move with the guy on second base. So,
Roy, you're looking for a first strikeout. Not going to come
there's
there.
A double play.
Yep, they should be able to turn this. They can get this there quick enough. No, they don't think they got it there quick enough.
Well, throw was a little low coming back to the first baseman, and did a nice job of picking it, though.
Got the out at second.
That fielder's choice will bring up number 23.
And that will send Thompson on to third. So Belle Fourche with a runner in scoring position here. Now to the plate comes number 23, Elijah Hamilton. And there goes the runner from first on to second. He'll get the throw out there, but not in time. Nolan Walfelt safe at second. Thompson safe at third. One away. Hamilton will have an 0-1 pitch coming. Does not swing on that one and takes strike 2. A good pitch by Royer. Got the corner on that one. One away, top of the first inning. No score yet, but Thompson is threatening for Belle Fourche. Pitch by Royer way up high and outside, ball 1. Count will go 1-2. Swings, fouls it back on the fastball, and that'll keep the count at 1-2, and it will keep Hamilton alive at the plate. One and two count. Pitch coming. That one's way up high, too. Now even count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Thompson is the batter trying to come in for Belle Fourche. Walfelt on second. Pretty big leadoff back there. Nobody there for a play, though. Here comes the pitch, and he strikes him out. So there's the first strikeout by Brody Royer.
Big strikeout. Really needed that.
They did. That'll bring out number 2, and to the plate now for the Belle Fourche Bronx comes number 12, Trig Thompson. 2 Thompsons on the squad here. Tate Thompson is at third base trying to get home for Belle Fourche with a pair of outs. Thompson takes that one a little up high and inside, ball 1.
It'd be outstanding to get out of this inning with no runs.
Hoping Belle Fourche surrenders these runs here on this batter, and there's strike 1. Good pitch by Royer. That will even up the count here, 1-1.
The infield's back, just looking for a play at first base.
And that's all they need here with 2 outs, unless they can get the strikeout, and they very well could, as Trigg goes around on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He'll take a practice swing here outside the batter's box, steps back in.
Well, we're way up here, so hopefully Brody will look for...
Good spot. Just up high.
Good pitch.
It was a good pitch, and sometimes you can get him swinging on that one.
That's what he was hoping for.
Thompson thought about it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, swing, and he strikes him out. So 2 strikeouts this inning for Brody Royer, and Belle Fourche does end up stranding a couple of runners on base. So the Titans will be up next. We'll see how they do on their first at-bat when we return in 60. This is Titan Baseball on the Big 81.
We connect people. Have been for 100 years or so. How we get that done? Well, that won't always be the same. But why we connect people? Not in a million years is that ever going to change. We didn't build the communities that made South Dakota. No. We just brought them together.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
The Home Slice Group. Your customers love your business, but you need more of them. That's where we come in. We work with great brands, connecting them to the right audience using video, website development, digital, and audio. All tied together with intelligent media placement to get as many people to your front door as possible. You concentrate on running your business while we concentrate on growing your business. Elevate your brand with us, the Home Slice Group.
Fentanyl is a powerful.
Janke has swung at the first two pitches.
They were good pitches.
They were. Yeah. They were right across the plate. Janke, and that one's going to be popped backwards. That one's going to land right in front of us here. Not quite bounce up here, but close. So Janke is getting his bat on the ball. See if he can get that one out there.
Yeah, 3 pitches, 3 swings.
Yep. And the count 0-2. And he does get it on that one, but it's right to the second baseman. And they'll turn that throw to first for out number 1.
First is going to bring up number 7,
Kel Sundstrom now, the left-handed batter for the Titans, will step to the plate. A little bit of a conversation here between the catcher, Carson Hahn, and his pitcher, Thompson. Let's see if Thompson attacks a left-handed batter here a little differently.
Well, he hasn't thrown a ball yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen it, so. And that one fouled back. So the Titans are aggressive. They are attacking Thompson on his pitches here.
Yeah, and he's attacking the zone, so that's what we like to see when you're going to watch a baseball game.
Pitch coming from Thompson. Just outside on the ball. 1-1 pitch count. Sundstrom with the bright orange bat will swing and deep left field, getting underneath that one and not getting to it is the left fielder out there, and that should turn into a double for Kell. It does. He'll safely get to second base. Left fielder out there. That is Carbajal. Tried to backhand that one, and he could not come up with it. So a nice double for Kell Sundstrom.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the wind messed with him or.
Could have been.
But ordinarily a routine fly ball.
Yep, usually a routine one out there. That pitch ball one up to the plate now, number 28 for the Titans. Brody Royer has the 2 strikeouts. Back in the top half of the first inning. Titans with a runner on. Whoa, Royer takes that one behind for ball 2.
Yeah, he's lost a little bit of command of that strike zone he started so well with those first couple batters.
Especially with that pitch. Sundstrom, pretty big leadoff on second base out there. That pitch right in there for a strike. So Thompson back in the strike zone, but he didn't get Royer swinging on that one. See if Royer gets the meatball here. They're going to chase Sundstrom back to second.
Close play.
Mm-hmm.
Our field umpire, Tony Seaver, right on it.
Royer back into the batter's box after stepping out. Pitch from Thompson coming, and got him swinging on that one for the strike. So 2 strikes in. On the even count now, 2-2. Sundstrom on second. Little bit of a leadoff out there. The Titans got a runner in scoring position here.
Get him in or get him over.
That one just up high outside. Ball 3. Full count coming. Comes down to this pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, swing, and he'll foul that one into the fence. Stays alive. Elijah Stroud up to bat next, batting cleanup today for the Titans. Full count pitch coming, and he strikes out Royer. Royer chased that inside one. So 2 down, and now Elijah Stroud will come to the plate. He'll try to get Kell Sundstrom home. No score here yet in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, it'd be nice to put a run on the board.
Sure would be if they could get Kell in here. That one's fouled off. Kell will come back.
Now is number 4, Elijah Stroud.
Stroud, a right-handed hitter for the Sturgis Titans. Thompson looks at Sundstrom out there on second. This pitch in there, good pitch. Strike 2. So now we'll see if Thompson, ahead of the pitch count here, what he throws. Boy, and he threw some junk there. It was over the head of Elijah Stroud. Count will go 1-2.
Brushing him back a little bit. We'll see if he had an idea to go outside here with this next one. There was a purpose with that pitch.
Yep, well, he got Stroud swinging. Stroud got a piece of it, though. So he'll stay alive. Sundstrom tags on second. Leads off a little bit. Stroud pops that one down the third base line. That should be a fair ball. It is. Here comes Sundstrom rounding third and touches home. And a single RBI for Elijah Stroud.
Big 2-out hit to get us a run. Exactly.
Nice single by Stroud.
Exactly what we needed.
Is going to be number 26, George Hamer.
So Sundstrom scores, makes it a 1-0 game. And George Hamer will come to the plate now. He wearing number 26 tonight, 5th in the batting order. And that's a good pitch right in there for strike one. So now we'll see how long Stroud is on first. See how aggressive the Titans are tonight on the bases.
Good to see George out playing some summer ball.
It is. We were kind of wondering if he wasn't or was going to play when he was playing for the Scoops back in April. And he is suited up for the Titans here for the summer.
Well, I think I heard he was headed for the Army. So
I believe so, yep.
Right. You better get some baseball in. His life's about to change.
Indeed. Swing on that one, strike two, and stealing second is Stroud. That one gets past the second baseman and trickles out into center field. And Stroud will get 2 bases off of that. Safe at third. Let's see if Hamer can bring him home here with 2 outs. And a 1-0 lead for the Titans. Hamer, ooh, he thought about it, pulls it back for ball 1, 1-2. Stroud trying to get home for the Titans. Ooh, that one up high, and he will get home off the wild pitch. Stroud slides into home plate to make it 2-0. So Stroud scores on the wild pitch to make it a 2-0 game in favor of the Titans. Hamer is still at the plate. Bases are empty with 2 away, bottom of the first inning. Pitch on the way. Hamer hits that one to the first baseman. They're going to try and tag him up, and they do. And that'll be out number 3. But the Titans score 2 here in the bottom of the first inning. Top of the second inning coming up when we return. This is Titan Baseball on the Big 81 and Live Ticket TV.
Opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
At Dakota Discount RV, our mission is to make your RV experience fun and easy by providing quality recreational vehicles, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. We're proud to offer the finest names in RVs. Our big inventory of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers allow us to save customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Come see us at either of our 2 locations, 3330 East Mall Drive, Rapid City, or 11200 JB Road, exit 48, Somerset. Newell Golf Club, located just minutes outside of town, the friendly hometown golf course. Come play a round of golf in a laid-back atmosphere and enjoy the views that western South Dakota has to offer. Newell Golf Club strives to be a community leader, offering the course to the Newell High School and middle school golf teams free of charge and hosting multiple community golf tournaments throughout the season. First-time members get half off membership fees. Look us up on Facebook.
Unbelievable.
Game in favor of the Sturgis Titans. We head to the top of the second inning. And back on the mound for the Titans, Brody Royer has got a couple of strikeouts back in the first inning. See if he can add to that here.
Yeah, looking for a little quicker inning. At 21 pitch that first inning, so
yep.
not terrible, but
See if he would love to bring that down just a little bit.
Yeah, if we can stay under 30 here for the first two, it'd be helpful.
Pitch coming. Swing, and that's a good hit out in the left field, and that should get fielded out there. Great field out there by the Sturgis Titan left fielder. And that is Bridger Massa Batten. Good catch.
Yeah, he made a nice play on it. Sun in his eyes a bit.
Vanderboom will come to the plate now for Belle Fourche, wearing number 7. Playing second base today for the Bronx. That pitch just on the inside, and that'll be ball 1. 1-0 the count. So bases empty for Belle Fourche, top of the second. Titans are coming off that loss to post 320 last week. Swing and a miss on that one. For a strike 1, that'll even up the count here.
Yeah, it'll be curious to see what the. Obviously, post 22 looks pretty strong. And
boy, they are stout this year.
Yeah,
I think they've only lost one game, Missoula.
Yeah.
And they tied, actually, Missoula. They must have called the game at a tie because the weather settled in. They were up in Missoula with that loss, so they're actually undefeated at home at Fitz so far this season. That went in there for strike 2.
Well, I'll be curious to see how Spearfish looks on the field this year. And
yep.
Of course, 320 will get a little bit better and see what the competition looks like in the hills here.
Big swing and a miss there. There's a strikeout, and that's the third one today for Royer.
Is going to bring up number 25, Tegan C.
3 strikeouts on the night. All of them go down swinging.
Yeah,
Carbajal to the plate.
Get a first pitch strike here.
And he got it. Carbajal didn't even swing at it. And he'll take strike 1. So 2 away. 2-0 lead for the Titans here in the top of the second. Got him swinging on that one for strike 2. Royer's pitch. Just fouled that one into the fence. So Carbajal stayed alive, but.
Well, going right at him, that's what
I was going to say, Royer's got a pretty good idea on what Carbajal is going to swing at here. And he jammed him up. That's a fair ball. Goes out to the second baseman. They'll toss it to first for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for Belle Fourche post 32 here in the top of the second inning. Titans with a 2-0 lead, and we're back in 60.
Of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you, and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Rocky Newenhouse in Corsica, Platte, Mitchell, and Huron at 605-946-5606.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Van Z Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Z Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
Lucky for us.
Breezy and a little bit chilly for the end of May. Thursday night, a 2-0 lead for the Sturgis Titans. Tate Thompson back on the mound for the Bronx, number 19, warming up. He'll get ready to face batter number 6 in the lineup for the Titans here in the bottom half of the second. Carter Williams, the center fielder, will come to the plate.
Number 21, Carter Williams.
Aiden Wood will be on deck, and Bridger Massabatten will be in the hole.
Good to see Carter out playing some summer
It
ball
is.
too. Yeah, a couple of these guys to.
And that pitch outside for ball one. One and 0 the count for Williams. And that was a good pitch. Right in there for strike one. That'll even the count for Carter.
One of the first curveballs I think I've seen.
I think so. Yeah, haven't seen Thompson throw too many. 1-1 pitch coming. This one outside, ball two. (2-0) lead for the Titans. Big swing, and that one's a hopper to the second baseman. Throw to first there. And they'll turn out number one. Good fielding by Belle Fourche. Now Aiden Wood, the shortstop, will come to the plate. State High School track and field meet got underway today. They completed day number one of the three-day event. The biggest races, of course, will be on Saturday. They'll complete some more relay races and field events tomorrow, but the big races will be on Saturday out at the Howard Wood facility in Sioux Falls. Wood takes a pitch right down the highway for strike one.
Looked like they had similar weather to what we're dealing with today. So.
Yep, they had some rain that was kind of holding things up a little bit, but they did get the day done. That one right in there. Good pitch, strike two. Count will go 0-2. Oh, called timeout here by Wood.
Wood is one of these super seniors we once in a while get, whose age allows them to come back and play Legion baseball.
Yep. That one inside for ball one. So 1-2. So again, another inside pitch here from Thompson to see if he's going to prep that pitch for what this next one is going to be. Well, that one was inside. He struck him out looking. First strikeout by Thompson.
That strikeout is going to bring up number 11, Bridger Batten.
So Bridger Batten now will come to the plate. That's the first strikeout of the day for Thompson. Two away for the Titans here in the bottom of the second inning. That pitch a good one.
Every time I hear his name, he has a tailor-made baseball name, doesn't he?
He does. That one inside, ball. 2-0 the count. Thompson's pitch, Bridger swings. Swung a little late on it. That'll foul it back, though. So he'll stay alive on the foul ball. Swing, and he fouls that one off. So even count, 2-2. Bases empty for the Titans here. Big swing, and that will go foul, yep.
Just foul.
Was hoping to keep that one in fair play, but.
Well, boys better be ready to swing the bat because he keeps pounding the strike zone.
Yep. And he'll foul that one off, 4 straight for Bridger. Try it again here, 2-2, that one up high. That'll bring up ball 3 and full count for Bridger.
Looking for a 2-out base runner here.
We got one back in the first inning. See if we can get one again. Ooh, that one inside, ball 4. We got one on the walk.
See if Coach Poole puts him on the move and get him into scoring position here one of these first couple pitches.
Yep, he's quick. See if he can get him onto second base. To the plate now, 9th in the batting order, Jaron Andrzejewski will come to the plate. And we've seen these Andrzejewski boys come up over the years here and play baseball. Jaron will take this one inside, ball one.
Yeah, I have a few gray hairs because of them.
I was going to say, I think you had some of them Andrzejewski boys back in the day, yeah?
Yes, I did.
Bridger will lead off a little bit, thinking about going. Oh, and he stops and heads back on that pitch.
Guessing he missed a sign.
2 balls, no strikes. That's the only thing, because that was a drop ball at the plate by the catcher, so I think he would have got there. There he goes. Swing and a miss for a strike, but Bridger will get there. So 2-1 for Andrzejewski. Titans do get a runner in scoring position here. Let's see what they can do with 2 out.
Jaron doing a good job swinging the bat and protecting the runner there.
He will not swing on that one until ball 3.
Well, put together a little 2-out rally here.
Yep. 2-0 lead for the Titans. Pitch coming. Andrzejewski, he may find the opening there. He did. And coming home to score run number 3 for the Titans.
Ball getting away from the catcher.
Yep, and that's going to allow another base. So Massabatten gets home.
What turns into a double for Jaron?
And that turns into a double RBI on the wild throw as well. So his double RBI scores Bridger for a 3-0 lead. And back to the top of the batting order for the Titans. Drew Jenke chased that one, but he does foul it back. Just got a piece of it. Hits the backstop. So now he'll try and bring home Andrzejewski, who's on board second base. Nice little leadoff out there. Big swing, and the wind's going to blow this one a little bit. See if it's fielded. And it is for out number 3. The Titans do get a run across, and they lead Belle Fourche by the score of 3-0. 2 innings are complete. We'll head to the top of the 3rd in 60.
Is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
It's that time of year.
Custom Steel Studios sports broadcast booth as the Belle Fourche Broncs head to the top of the 3rd inning here against the Sturgis Titans. Titans lead 3-0 on this breezy Thursday evening. Back on the mound here for the Titans, Brody Royer will go to work. He's got 3 strikeouts on the day so far.
Belle Fourche wasn't able to turn over the lineup that last inning. So
no.
Start with the number 9 batter, which is
number 6, Brady
And you said Royer needed a good low pitch count in that second inning, and he got one.
Yeah.
Very good inning in that second one.
Kind of get back on track to
see if he can have another low pitch output in this inning. That one outside for ball 1.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd like to see him, at least get into the 5th inning.
Miemken swings on that one. Brady Miemken at the plate. Number 26. Tate Thompson top of the batting order will be the leadoff batter. Once again for the Belle Fourche Bronx. He'll be the top of the batting order when we get there. Miemken takes strike 2 though. So we'll see if Stroud can pitch the K here on his first batter in the inning. Boy, I thought he did. That one just slow, I guess. 1-2 the count. See if he can get Miemken on this one. Nope, got him. Yeah, he did. Got him looking. Fourth strikeout for Royer. And now back to the top of the batting order for Belle Fourche, and Thompson comes to the plate.
Getting that first out is such a big deal.
It is, especially on the first batter. That one in there for a strike. Good pitch by Royer.
Looks like maybe he's finding his groove a little bit.
0-1 pitch. Ooh, that one got outside. That'll even the count 1-1 here for Thompson. Tate Thompson, the pitcher for Belle Fourche. Starting pitcher today. That one on the inside, ball 2.
Starting to get my groove on now, keeping Game Changer and trying to say something. I had to spit my gum out, so I was doing too many things at the same time.
That one fouled off into the fence for a strike 2. So even count here, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Thompson out, one outside, so full count. 3-2 for Tate.
This will be a big pitch.
It'll be a big one.
No runners here.
Didn't get him, though. That was on the outside corner for ball 4. So Tate Thompson gets on base on the walk.
That walk is going to bring up number 1.
And now Carson Hahn.
Well, be curious to see if Belle Fourche puts some runners in motion.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't really seen them do much on the baselines yet, but. And that one, ball 1. So Thompson gets on base for Belle Fourche on the walk. Hahn will take that one on the outside, ball 2.
All around it.
Yep. Two and all the count. All 3 on the inside. Well, see if Royer can settle down here.
Yeah, those little bouts of inconsistency, I'm sure, frustrating.
Yep. There he got a good one in there. Yep, strike 1. Count will go 3-1. Not much aggression from Belle Fourche on the base running here. And that's ball 4. So Hahn gets on base. Thompson goes to second. And Nolan Walfelt will come to the plate for the Bronx. He's third in the batting order.
Yeah, one of their better hitters for sure.
Yep.
So.
Yep, and they get him on with a pair of runners on, one in scoring position. Royer threatened to throw to second base.
He wanted a new sign.
Yeah. Here's the pitch, and outside. That's a dropped ball, but it's picked up quickly by the catcher. Oh, errant throw, though. It goes out into the outfield, but none of the runners go.
Yeah, we can pretend like it never even happened.
Yep. Yeah, Belle Fourche not that aggressive on running the bases here. Wallfeldt chased that one. It was on the outside. He connects with it, though, and he fouls it into the fence. Pitch coming. That one's in there for a strike. Strike 2 now on Wallfeldt. This would be a big strikeout if Royer can bring this one home. Not quite. That one a little up high. 2-2. Swing and blooped up. And can they get that one in foul territory? No. Chasing after that one was Elijah Stroud. So it'll go down as a foul. And the count stays 2-2.
Yeah, you really like to make that play, but that was a tough ball.
It was heading right to the fence, yep.
Not a lot of air under it.
And Wallfeldt chases that one. That should be foul ball, yep. That is the call. Runners will return to first and second. Wallfeldt tried to get that one down the third baseline, but...
Yeah, it was going to get us in a little bit of a bind if it was fair.
Yep. Late swing on that one. He fouls it back.
Definitely not shorting his swing up.
Not at all.
Took a hack there.
Yep. Wallfeldt, struck him out. Big strikeout for Royer. Needed that one, out number 2. And one of the biggest hitters for Belle Fourche goes down swinging. Well, so Uriah Hamilton now.
Going to have a little mound visit and see what's up.
See what Coach Poole is going to say as he comes out.
Looks like we're counting pitches, so
could be.
Had him on a pitch count, and
he's had a very good night. And you're right, they might be saving him for the doubleheader coming up here. I think it's next week. I think June 2nd.
Well, I'm sure
but that should give him plenty of time in between, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's wanting to see some arms and giving some guys, especially with the break, some, it's one thing to go and do your bullpen work, but to get some game time stuff to keep you fresh, so I'm sure that's what's up.
So we're going to see Aiden Wood take over as pitcher for the Sturgis Titans. So Royer finishes the day with 5 strikeouts.
Makes a nice, easy switch.
It does.
Brody can just go right over to shortstop, and Aiden can come in to pitch. So I'm sure it's a plan from the plan he had when he got up this morning.
So he goes 2 full innings and then 2/3 of this one. 2 out as Aiden Wood will warm up here and get ready to take over for the Sturgis Titans.
They're going to need Aiden to be productive on the mound this season to have some success. So, and like we talked about earlier, he's a super senior. I mean, he's been on the mound. He's got that experience. So
I'm going to guess that we'll see Royer take over shortstop for Wood. As Wood will take over on the mound. He'll face off against Uriah Hamilton, the cleanup batter for Belle Fourche Post 32. And a couple of runners on base here for Post 32 with 2 outs. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. All right, so Wood's going to take over. Hamilton is going to bat here for Post 32. First pitch by Wood on the way, and low and inside for ball 1. 3-0 lead for the Titans. And got Hamilton chasing that one. Swing and a miss for strike one. That'll even the count, 1-1. And that pitch is fouled off for strike two.
Now he's getting into the zone.
Yep.
That's what his job is. We're up 3-0 here, and 2 outs, throw strikes.
One-two pitch coming.
There's a runner.
Yep. First time we've seen, and that ball gets away from the third baseman. That should allow the run to score. It will. The other runner gets to third base. So Tate Thompson scores the first run for Belle Fourche here in the top of the third. On a wild pitch, or a wild throw, actually. So 2-2 the count. Three to 1 lead for the Titans.
Yeah, those are a killer.
Yes, they are.
2 errors on the same play.
Got Hamilton chasing that one, though, for the strike. So Aiden Wood will get the strikeout on him for out number 3. But that unfortunate error by the Titans allows Belle Fourche to score. So they'll take a 3-1 lead to the bottom half of the third inning when we return in 16.
And Grossenberg Implement is making room. They've got used round balers in stock, and they've got to go. Right now, take advantage of 3.9% financing for 3 years with just 30% down on all used round balers. But hurry, this offer ends June 30th. Don't miss your chance to upgrade your baler and save big. Grossenberg Implement, where the deals are always in the field.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
To replace Royer on the pitcher's mound, he throws the strikeout to Hamilton to end the top half of the third inning. Thompson had to wait for his catcher to get his gear on here before he could get a couple of practice throws in. He's going to get Kel Sundstrom, the left-handed hitter, up first here for the Titans.
Yeah, Thompson's done a good job. He's thrown a lot of strikes, and kind of wondered if maybe he was going to come back out, but it looks like maybe Belle Fourche is looking to stay with him, and no real good reason to take him out.
All right, Sundstrom will go to work here in the batter's box. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Pitch coming. That one just up high, ball one. Thompson loads up the second pitch. Sundstrom thought about swinging and does not. Ball two.
Quiet crowd tonight.
It is kind of a quiet crowd.
For a Black Hills showdown, you know.
2 balls, no strikes. Pitch coming, and that one is inside ball 3. So Thompson's going to fall behind here. This pitch is in there for a strike. Sundstrom maintains 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. That's ball 4, just on the outside. So Kel Sundstrom gets on base on the walk. That will send Brody Royer to the plate now for the Titans.
Right in the meat of our lineup. So.
Yep. There's a chance, see if we can move some runners around the bases here in the bottom of the 3rd inning on a 3-1 lead. Big swing there for Royer for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch. Nope, they're going to throw to first. They'll chase Sundstrom back. He does get back.
Looks like Mom's going to have to wash some uniform tonight.
I think so.
Big lead now. I predict he's running.
Yep, there he goes. Nope, he stopped, and that's strike 2. Royer goes around on that one. 0-2. See if Royer can connect on this pitch. There he goes, and Royer's going to strike out. They'll throw out to second, and Sundstrom will just beat the tag. But Royer strikes out for Thompson's 2nd strikeout. And Elijah Stroud will come to the plate now, batting cleanup.
Yeah, I'm guessing Brody was looking for a hit and run that previous pitch when Kel put the brakes on. And
no.
It's like catcher and pitcher maybe switching up their signs with a guy on second base.
Looks like it. Plus you got Stroud here at the plate. This one inside. 1 ball, no strikes for Elijah Stroud. Stroud swings, and that will get past the second baseman. They're going to wave him home. Yep, here comes Sundstrom chugging away, and he just got there. And he'll make it 4-1. So Stroud puts on the Rocket Jets and gets home. And that's a single RBI for Elijah Stroud.
Yeah, Coach Poole didn't even think about it. His arm was windmilling. He was sending him home.
George Hamer to the plate now. Stroud on first. And that one a little up high for ball 1. 1 away here on the Titans. That was a strikeout by Royer.
See if we're going to continue to be aggressive here on the base paths.
Yeah, there goes Stroud. They're going to throw it out there. Oh, boy, they might get him, and they did. A perfect throw.
It was a nice throw.
Yep. Stroud gets caught sealing for out number 2. And the bases are empty again. Hamer crushes that one foul. That one hit towards Ballpark Road. The base is empty. The count 0-1. And struck him out. So Hamer strikes out. Thompson now has 3 strikeouts on the night. And that's the way the bottom half of the third inning ends. Titans do add a run to the score, though. It is 4-1, and we will head to the 4th inning after this 60-second timeout.
Toby Doden grew up poor.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Dylan Kessler today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Sturgis. Produced by Home Slice.
Welcome back to Sturgis Titan Baseball. We head to the top of the 4th inning and a 4-1 lead for the Titans. Aiden Wood back on the mound for the Titans here to start the top of the 4th inning.
Starting with the first pitch strike, which is exactly what we need.
That one ball 1, excuse me. That one gets by the catcher. At the plate here, number 12, and that is Trig Thompson, 5th in the batting order for post 32. Ooh, this one up high. Ball 2.
Where's these free hot dogs that I hear? I thought Justin Thurman left his credit card down there for the summer. And
I haven't seen one yet, so that out at first as the Titans turn out number 1 here as they tag Thompson out at first base.
Graham Vanderboom.
Vanderboom comes to the plate now, 7th in the batting order. You also check that, number 8. This will be...
I'm so sorry. Number 8, Ray Parmeter.
Yep.
Yeah,
Parmeter, number 8, will be to the plate. He is 6th in the batting order, and he'll take ball 1.
Good-looking pitch, though. Right there. Close.
Wood sends that one on the inside, ball 2. Just the 1 run for Belle Fourche so far. That was back in the 3rd inning. That one down low, ball 2. So 2-0. Here's the pitch, and that one in there for a strike. Good pitch by Wood that time. Count will go 2 balls, 1 strike for Parmeter. Got him swinging on that one for strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. And jammed him up on that one. Strike 3.
That strikeout.
Got him swinging.
Now we'll bring up number 7.
And Wood's got his 2nd strikeout. Now Graham Vanderboom comes to the plate, number 7.
2 kickouts.
Yep, see if they can get a 3rd one here. And that one blooped out into center field, which should be a pretty routine play out there, and it is caught for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for the Belle Fourche Broncs here in the top of the 4th. We head to the bottom of the 4th next. This is Titan Baseball on the Big 81.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Sturgis Strikers is your hometown bowling alley that is locally owned and operated. Come on down and bowl a game, join a league, or have a birthday party. Don't forget Friday and Saturdays are Blacklight Bowling Nights. Conveniently located off 1st and LaSalle Street, stop in and grab your morning coffee from 5-8 Espresso. Not a coffee person? No problem. Grab a tea or smoothie. And if you're going to grab a drink, why not grab a daylight donut or two? All located inside Sturgis Strikers off 1st and LaSalle. Grocery Mart off Junction Avenue in Sturgis, South Dakota is your locally owned and operated grocery store. Stop in and shop the great selection of fresh cut meats. Then stroll on over to the fresh produce aisle. Watch for weekly ads for big savings and make sure you're checking out their Facebook page for the hot deals. Grocery Mart continues to strive to offer the best deals to their customers. Located off Junction Avenue in Sturgis, South Dakota, Grocery Mart says go Scoopers.
We connect people. Have been for 100 years or so. How we get that done? Well, that won't always be the same. But why we connect people? Not in a million years is that ever going to change. We didn't build the communities that made South Dakota. No. We just brought them together.
Out here, you learn that.
They'll go right to and right past the shortstop out there. And Williams gets on base with the single. Good start.
That base hit is going to bring up number 1, Aiden
Now,
Wood.
Aiden Wood will come to the plate. 7th in the batting order for the Titans tonight. Bridger Massa Batten, I do believe, will be on deck. And Wood socks this one out into center field, and it is caught out there for the out. Good catch out there by the center fielder. The wind was blowing that one into right field, and he caught up with it.
Yeah, it hung it up a bit.
Yeah. So one away. Bridger Massa Batten will come to the plate now. And they'll throw to first. They will chase Williams back.
Some good speed on first base. I'm sure they know that. And a good lead, too.
And there goes Carter. They're not going to get this throw because the catcher dropped the pitch. So Williams gets successfully to second. And Williams with a little bit of lead off out there at second as well. Massa Batten will take a strike.
Something to the right side. Get him in, or at least get him over to third base.
Pitch coming by Thompson, and he'll put this one up in the air. Shallow center right field, and that's caught.
Nice little play.
Leaves no room for Williams to run, so he remains at second.
Number 5, Jaron
With 2 away, and now Jaron Andrzejewski will bat. And he'll swing on this one. Scooped up by the shortstop. Throw to first. Nope, that's dropped. And Williams comes home for run number 5. So Williams will score off the single by Andrzejewski.
That is going to be number 22, Drew Jenke.
And now it will be back to the top of the batting order. Drew Jenke will bat. Titans lead 5-1. And he chases that one, and it goes right to the first baseman off the big end of the bat. And that'll be out number 3. But the Titans had another run here in the bottom of the 4th. It was a fast 4th inning. We'll head to the 5th in a 5-1 ball game coming up after this 60-second timeout.
Kids, get ready. It's Chancey Williams and the Miles on Me Tour. Saturday, June 14th. Live and free at the Outlaw Square in historic Deadwood. Chancey Live.
The miles on me, radio dials on me. If you wrap your arms around me, just go wild on me.
Chancey, getting wild.
You have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
The Home Slice Group.
We head to the top of the 5th inning. Looks like Aiden Wood will be back on the mound here for the Titans.
In case anybody was wondering what our esteemed Tim Potts was doing tonight, he's wandering around the ballpark with the camera.
Of course he is.
Collecting player names and...
He hasn't taken advantage of any of the dogs at the ballpark yet, I've noticed. Tim Potts Photography, always on the go. And I think he's pulling double duty tonight. I think he's got to do picks for both Belle, Fourche, and Sturgis. So I think he's covering both teams tonight. We are ready to go into the top of the 5th inning.
Well, if anybody can do it, it'd be Tim.
That's exactly right. He does more in 2 minutes than I do in a week, I think. 2 balls, no strikes. Wood trying to rein this one in, and that kind of a wild pitch. Actually, that one got away from the catcher a little bit.
I just know he doesn't have to put sunscreen on the back of his neck because he's got that camera. Got that camera strap protected him.
There's a strike by Wood for strike 1. Leadoff batter here, Tegan Carbajal for the Bronx. Carbajal will take ball 4, and off to the first base he goes.
Carbajal will bring up number 26, Brady Meemken.
So Brady Meemken now, last in the batting order for the post 32. Will come to the plate as they get a runner on base in Carbajal.
They haven't had too many runners.
They have not. And they have not been very aggressive. Meemken goes around for strike 1. Good pitch by Wood.
Yeah, when they did, we threw it around a little bit. So
2 runs scored on the first for the Titans, then 3 runs in 3 innings. Another go around there. Good pitch. So 0-2 the count. See if Wood can get the first out here on the strikeout. That one inside on ball 1. Carbajal returns to first. And that one up high for ball 2.
Need to get back in the zone here.
Yep. 2-2.
Give the defense a little something to do.
2-2 pitch coming. Carbajal goes down swinging. There's strike 3. Aiden Wood throws his 3rd strikeout of the game.
Tate Thompson.
And now Belle Fourche will be Back to the top, yep.
Back to the top.
So Tate Thompson will be up to bat with one away. Carbajal remains on first base. Inside pitch, ball one.
Well, this is the work Aiden Wood needs, is to some pitches
and that one a little up high outside, and ball two. Carbajal still on first. He'll lead off a little bit, but that one way up high, ball three.
Yeah, they're not venturing too far off the bag at all.
No, they have. We just have not seen. The only time they were aggressive is when they scored the run back in the third inning. That one in there for a strike. Good pitch. 3-1 goes the count. Thompson.
See if you put somebody in motion here. It's a good count to do it. Nope.
Gonna keep him there. That's a wild pitch. Ball four. So Carbajal gets on second. Thompson goes to first. Carson Hawney now will come to the plate. "5-1 ball game for the Titans. And that one inside for ball.
Yeah, we need to throw some strikes. We really don't want to be pitching to Walfelt with bases loaded.
Yep,
so.
And he's coming up.
A little ground ball here would be just what we ordered.
Yeah, that one outside, ball two. Hawney will not swing on that one. Good pitch. Right in there for the strike. Count will go to 2-1. That one on the outside, ball three. So now 3-1, one away.
Looks like we got a little bit of action down in the bullpen.
Yep. And he jammed up Hawney on that one. Did force him to swing at it. He'll foul it towards the Titan dugout. This is going to be a full count. With runners on first and second for the Bronx. And he struck him out. Boy, big pitch, huge out for Aiden Wood.
Yes, it was.
That strikeout is going to bring up number 5, Nolan Walfelt.
That is his fourth strikeout of the game. So now, like you said, here comes Walfelt. Bronx got a couple of runners on board here. That one just on the inside, ball one. And he got Walfelt swinging on that one. Strike one, 1-1 goes the count. Walfelt thought about swinging, and you're going to get strike two, yep.
Just couldn't hold it.
Yep. Went around on it, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's a wild pitch. That's going to allow the runners to advance to second and third. And with the count 2-2, Wood just needs this one last strike. Keep Belle Fourche off the board here in the top of the 5th. And he fouls it off. Stays alive.
Smart here. Good location.
And he'll bloop this one up. And that's going to fall foul. Yep, in the stands. So Walfeld stays alive here. Count 2-2. He's fouled a couple of pitches off.
Yeah, not too good of a pitch here. We got one to work with.
And Walfeld hits this one deep center field, backing up to catch that one for out number 3. And the Titans do keep Belle Fourche off the board here in the top of the 5th inning. So we will head to the bottom half of the inning. Titans with the 5-1 lead, and you're listening to Titan Baseball on the Big 81.
Looking for your dream ride in the Black Hills? Look no further than Black Hills Auto Mall, your go-to destination for new and pre-owned vehicles, power sports, motorcycles, agricultural equipment, and trailers. Visit BlackHillsAutomall.com, the largest automotive search engine in the Black Hills. It's easy, it's fast.
Your customers love your business, but you need more of them. That's where we come in. We work with great brands, connecting them to the right audience using video, website development, digital, and audio. All tied together with intelligent media placement to get as many people to your front door as possible. You concentrate on running your business while we concentrate on growing your business. Elevate your brand with us, the Home Slice Group.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
At Dakota Discount.
Titans lead 5-1 here as we take it to the bottom of the 5th. Getting down to it here at Strong Field. Sturgis scored the first 2 runs of this game. Bottom half of the 1st inning. Added another run in the bottom of the 2nd. Belle Fourche scored on an errant throw in the top of the 3rd. Sturgis answered with a run of their own in the bottom of the 3rd. Titans added their 5th run in the bottom of the 4th, and now here we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Kel Sundstrom, the leadoff batter. He'll take this one on the outside for ball 1.
You got a favorite pick for College World Series champion at all, Gary?
Not yet. I haven't had a chance to catch up with who's doing well and who's doing not, unfortunately. Are you going to the World Series this year?
Well, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
We got a wedding on the agenda.
But
whoever gets married in the middle of the College World Series, crazy thoughts, but.
This is blooped out into center field and caught for out number 1.
That pop out is going to be bringing up number 28.
So pop fly out for Kel Sundstrom. We'll send Brody Royer to the plate here. So who are the strong teams this year?
Well, they've been all over the board, really.
Yeah.
I mean, but Vanderbilt ended up being the overall number 1 in Texas and Auburn, but North Dakota State was our Summit League representative. So, but they got a pretty tough draw. I think Arkansas is who they play first right away.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
1 ball, no strike here for Royer, and he'll take that one in there for a strike. That'll even up the count here, 1-1.
Yeah, it's always an exciting time of the year.
It is.
College World Series and Legion baseball tournaments all over the country.
Royer fouls that one off for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. I think there's a tournament at the Fitz this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. Either this weekend or next weekend.
Yeah, this weekend I believe it should be probably the Veterans Classic.
I believe that's right. Correct. Yep.
Bunch of teams in with playing a pool over at Pete Leanfield with 320, and then of course at Fitz with 22.
2-2. Big swing, and did he get a piece of it? He did. He'll stay alive. So Royer stays in there.
Looks like the weather will cooperate, too.
It looks like it's going to be a fairly decent weekend, yep. And he will not swing on this one. He'll take this one up high, and now Thompson will have a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch for Royer, and he swings and misses for a strikeout. And for Thompson, this is 4th.
Strikeout is going to bring up number 4, Elijah Stroud.
All right, so Elijah will come to the plate now with 2 away in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, we quieted down here in these later innings.
Yep. And Stroud opens this one with a hit to right field, and it's dropped out there. Stroud will advance on to second base. So a 2-out double for Elijah Stroud will keep the bottom half of the 5th inning going for the Titans.
That's going to bring up number 26.
George Hamer will come to the plate now.
Well, we'll see if that little error costs Belle Fourche a run here.
Yep. That's what the Titans are hoping. Hamer will take strike 1.
The wind just kept pushing that ball away from him.
It did. Pitch by Thompson is just inside. And Hamer will be facing a pitch on a 1-ball, 1-strike coming. And Hamer takes that one inside too, ball 2. Stroud returns to second.
Thompson nearing that 80 pitch mark.
Mm-hmm. Two and 1. Ooh, another inside, ball 3. Titans might get Hamer on here. On the walk, they will.
They did.
That walk is going to bring up.
So Hamer will head to first. Elijah Stroud at second, and now here comes Carter Williams to the plate. And Williams swings, fouls this one off. Count on 1. That one high and inside, ball 1. So a 1-1 count. Stroud remains at second. Hamer on first on the walk.
First baseman's holding him on.
That is a little trickler to the shortstop. That's a long throw to first. I don't think he's going to get there. He will not.
Bases loaded.
Bases are loaded, yep. So Carter Williams gets on.
That base hit will
a 2-out rally here for the Titans in the bottom of the 5th. Will send Aiden Wood to the plate.
Real nice play by the shortstop, but Carter's speed.
Yeah, just beat him to it.
Just beat it, yeah.
Pitch coming. He'll foul this one off.
Well, there's an opportunity for Aiden to help himself as a pitcher and put a few more runs on the board.
Right. 0-1 pitch coming, and this one up high for ball 1.
None of the runners are being held. Carter's about 2/3 of the way to second base by the time the catcher gets the ball.
Ooh, that one's way inside for ball 2.
Well, he's got to come after him because there's no place to put him.
Yep. 2-1. That one's way up high, ball 3. Thompson may walk in a run here.
Nobody in the Belle Fourche bullpen
it's
either.
Quiet. And that's strike 2. Oh! Yeah, Wood was headed to first. He thought for sure that was ball 4. Instead, it's strike 2, so full count.
He does have some of the tallest knees I've ever seen.
He does. Here's the full pitch, and that one's ball 4. So that does walk in a run.
That walk is going to bring up number 11, Bridger Betton.
Elijah Stroud scores the run to make it 6-1. Bases stay loaded. Bridger at the plate. That one on the outside for ball 1. So now Bridger has a chance to bring in a run here. This one up high for ball 2.
Right, a chance to do some massa batting. Couldn't help it.
That's a good one.
Yeah, not really.
2 balls, no strikes. They're going to switch out the baseball here. Bases loaded. And the Titans are restless out there on the bases. That one's a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike for Bridger. 2 away. And Massabatten does not swing on that one for strike 2. The count goes 2-2. Hits that one right to the third baseman who cannot hang on to it, and a run scores. And a single RBI for Bridger Massabatten makes it a 7-1 ball game. George Hamer comes home for the run.
Number 5, Jaron Andrzejewski.
And Andrzejewski will come to the plate.
Yeah, his fielders are not helping him very much
They're
here
not.
this inning at
No.
all.
That should have been a pretty routine play at third base, and
yeah, just pick it up and step on the
yep,
bag.
he just couldn't quite get a hang of it. That one on the outside for ball 1.
It might have been doing a few little squirrely things as it
could have been
rolled down
Yeah.
there, but yeah, still.
Andrzejewski swings, and that might go fair. No, just foul.
Kept hooking.
Yeah. He was hoping that one would have dropped fair. That would have brought in a couple of runs. So the count is 2-1 for Jaron Andrzejewski. In a 7-1 ball game here, bottom of the 5th, and he bloops that one to the pitcher. That should be an easy field for Belle Fourche. It is.
And it was.
So end of 5, the Titans get a 7-1 lead going here against the Belle Fourche Bronx, and we'll take you to the top half of the 6th inning coming up. This is Titan Baseball on the Big 81. 81.
Our mission is to make your RV experience fun and easy by providing quality recreational vehicles, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. We're proud to offer the finest names in RVs. Our big inventory of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers allow us to save customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Come see us at either of our 2 locations, 3330 East Mall Drive, Rapid City, or 11200 JB Road, exit 48, Somerset. Newell Golf Club, located just minutes outside of town, the friendly hometown golf course. Come play a round of golf in a laid-back atmosphere and enjoy the views that western South Dakota has to offer. Newell Golf Club strives to be a community leader, offering the course to the Newell High School and middle school golf teams free of charge and hosting multiple community golf tournaments throughout the season. First-time members get half off membership fees. Look us up on Facebook.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Rocky Newenhouse in Corsica, Platte, Mitchell, and Huron at 605-946-5606.
Would you buy your...
Hamilton.
Belle Fourche is running out of outs quick
They
here.
sure are, yep. And Hamilton thought about going around on that one. He does not. And he'll take ball one down low and on the outside.
They need base runners any way they can get them.
They sure do. Whoa. That one up high and over the head of Hamilton for ball two.
I didn't hear his teammates yelling at him to wear that one.
I didn't either.
Would have been commonplace.
Ooh, that one inside too.
He had two real chances to get on base there.
Yep. Ball three. So 3-0 the count here for Hamilton. See if Wood can bring this one home. He does. Much better looking pitch. Hamilton fouls it off. Three balls, one strike. Hamilton will take ball four. And he'll get on base.
That walk is going to bring up number 12.
So now Trig Thompson will come to the plate. So one aboard on the walk. Thompson takes strike one. Good pitch.
Looks like Belle Fourche is going to stay fairly conservative on the base pass.
I think that's the way it's looking. Big swing and a miss there for strike two. Rafe Parmenter is on deck for the Bronx. Oh-2 pitch, and he plops that one foul. Just goes up the third baseline and then takes a drastic turn left there to go foul. So it stays 0-2 for Thompson. And Thompson hits that one foul. Again, up to third baseline.
Belle Fourche just has the one hit on the night.
Yeah.
Just the one.
Yep, their base runners have mostly come on walks. And that's a strikeout. He got struck out looking. So Aiden Wood picks up his fourth. So Rafe Parmenter will now come to the plate with one away. Hamilton on first on the opening walk. Pitch in there for a strike.
And he stayed pretty close to the bag since.
He did. Yeah, he hasn't gotten too far off it. Parmenter takes this one outside, ball one. That will even up the count here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Parmenter swings and goes around on that one for strike two. Count 1-2. Hamilton, he's been hugging that base.
Yeah.
He does not get very far away from it. Parmenter, late swing, fouls it into the fence. Count will stay 1-2. And And, I thought that might be a strikeout. Didn't quite get it there. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I think Aiden thought maybe it was going to be a strike, too.
He did. Thought he had him. Maybe on this one. Yeah, he jammed him up on the inside pitch. Better to have him do that than to get hit by it.
Yeah,
so.
that was either hit or be hit.
Yep. Yeah, Wood will definitely take the hit. Didn't want him to get hit. That would have sent him on to first base. And he struck him out on the inside pitch. Wow. Good strikeout.
Battled back. I wondered, with 60 pitches is what I got him at.
Yep, and that's going to do it for Aiden. But he's had a good outing, too, for the Titans.
Yeah, giving up 1 hit, and where are we at with the strikeouts?
6 strikeouts, yep.
6 on the night. Yeah, that's a solid night. Looks like Brand Matthews is going to take the ball now.
So Aiden Wood has 6 strikeouts, 5 for Bodie Royer, 11 total for the Titans here tonight on Belle Fourche. And Brand Matthews wears number 3, and he was not in the lineup tonight. So he's going to come out and see if he can close this one for the Sturgis Titans with 2 outs, a 7-1 lead. Bronx do have a runner on first base that came on the walk earlier in the inning.
I'm sure this was Coach Poole's idea
so.
from the get-go.
Yep.
You know, with a better than a week between games nearly, and get some of these guys some actual game time.
Eastern Conference Finals in the NBA, the New York Knicks lead Indiana 74-62. They are late in the third quarter. That's a must-win for the Knicks. If they lose to the Pacers are off to the NBA Finals for the first time since 2000. If the Pacers lose tonight, that series will go 3-2, and I believe it'll go back to Indiana. So the Knicks in a must-win situation in Madison Square Garden tonight. They are winning by 12, 74-62. Rockies play the Mets tomorrow night. I think the Rockies are off tonight. And if there's a Major League Baseball team that ever needed a night off, it's the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah, at least
been a tough year.
Yeah, at least they can't lose tonight.
They can't lose tonight.
Looking for their 10th
and that's a win.
Looking for their 10th win, I think.
Yep, they've only won 9 games. It's possible if it stays the way it's going, they'll have the worst record ever in baseball unless it picks up this year. But it's been a tough season. All right, Graham Vanderboom comes to the plate now for the Belle Fourche Bronx with 2 away, 1 on board. Top of the 6th inning. Good pitch. Brand Matthews starts with the strike. Always good to start with the strike.
7, Graham Vanderboom.
So the count 0-1. And that's a swing, and he'll foul that one down the first base line for strike 2. I think he actually fouled that one off his foot.
Dancing around like he did.
Yep, I think he did.
Those always feel a little better on a chilly night.
Yeah. So 0-2. Matthews pitch, that one on the outside, ball 1. Again, Hamilton is the runner on first. He has not been a threat whatsoever yet in stealing a base. And struck him out. Brand Matthews comes in, gets the strikeout.
Elijah went down.
And the Titans will take a 7-1 lead into the bottom of the 6th inning when we return. This is Titan Baseball on the Big 81 KBHB. 1 KBHV. Are your tires wearing
From a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Van Z Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Z Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
It's that time of year.
Looks like it is 23, maybe. Uriah Hamilton, I believe is who that is warming up out there for the Bronx. Tate Thompson finishes the night with 4 strikeouts. And he almost goes the whole way. He pitches 5 straight innings. And heading into the bottom of the 6th here, it will be Uriah Hamilton taking over.
Yeah, Thompson did a good job,
He
really.
did.
Threw a lot of strikes, and his defense let him down a couple times, but...
All right, Drew Jenke, the leadoff batter for the Sturgis Titans. He's top in the batting order tonight. And he'll take this one outside from Hamilton for ball 1.
Yeah, a few insurance runs would help Coach Poole feel a little better.
Oh, yeah. Almost hit by pitch. Ball 2 way on the inside.
But there really hasn't been a lot of
Not
scoring.
much of a threat by Belle Fourche tonight yet, anyway. Yep. And he got Jenke chasing that one for strike 1. 2-1. Jenke connects on that one right to the first baseman, and it gets by him for a single. It should have been a routine play for the Bronx. It was right to the first baseman, and just got by him.
Yeah, right through him.
It was. That Trig Thompson out there. All right, left-handed hitter Kel Sundstrom to the plate. Titans get a runner on board. And there goes the runner, safe at second. Jenke is safe.
Well, Coach Poole was doing what we were thinking, and that's get some guys in scoring position.
He was, yep. Now he's got one. Count 0-1 for Sundstrom. That one on the outside, ball 1. That'll even the count. Jenke tags up at second base. And takes this one up high for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. Sundstrom will take this one on the outside, ball 3.
He's looking for a pitch here that he can at least get him over to third base.
Yep. Jenke's got a pretty good leadoff out there on second. 3-1 pitch coming, and that one up high, ball 4. So Sundstrom on first. Jenke on second, and now that'll bring third in the batting order. Brody Royer to the plate.
Brody's had a bit of a tough night, but he gets a chance to change all of that here in one at bat.
And he takes this one on the outside, ball 1. Pitch coming. Inside and at the knees for ball 2.
Well, now he's in charge. He can look for one spot and put a good swing on it.
And he swings this one, and that will go foul.
We've got a fleet of foul ball chasers tonight.
One gave up. He was in third. I'm like, I'm not going to beat them two. Ooh, on the inside, ball 3. Hamilton in danger of walking here, loading up the bases. Three 3-1 pitch coming, and hitting that one right to the second baseman. They will not turn that play at second base. And that's going to bring a run home. Drew Jenke comes home on the single. And that single by Royer makes it 8-1.
Well, there's at least one insurance run.
Yep.
So
well,
have a little talk
with Hamilton. Yep.
Yeah, Belle Fourche defense letting them down a little bit there. I don't know if they would have got a double play out of it, as Brody runs pretty well, but
that's a couple of, traditional fielding plays that you're right should have happened. The play at first base and then the throw at second base there, and two mistakes have really cost Belle Fourche here.
Yeah, now they gave up a run. They got guys on first and second and nobody out. When
nobody out.
Should have just had two simple outs.
Yep. And Elijah Stroud coming to the plate here is not good for Hamilton. So runners on first and second in an 8-1 ball game. And that one down low for ball 1. Pitch coming high and outside, ball 2.
Yeah, he's having a little trouble finding his zone. Pressure's on.
Pitch coming. And he's going to hit that one into center field. That one might get past. Nope. Right to the center fielder out there for out number 1. So Stroud pop flies out in shallow center field. And that will bring George Hamer to the plate. Runners remain on first and second for the Titans, with one away. That pitch inside and at the knees for ball 1.
Well, you would think 7 runs would be enough, but we've seen crazy things.
We sure have. That's a good pitch by Hamilton. Hamer will take that one as a strike. One ball, one strike. Pitch inside, ball 2. One away, 8-1 lead for the Titans here. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. This one high and inside, ball 3.
It's like Hamilton's trying to throw the ball a little harder. Maybe coach would come out and.
And that's ball 4. So that'll load up the bases. Hamer goes to first. Royer goes to second.
Sundstrom over at third.
Yep. And up to the plate comes number 21, Carter Williams.
Well, looking for a big hit here. If he can get a strike.
Yep. That one on the inside. One ball, no strikes. Williams already ahead in the count here with the bases loaded.
Actually have an opportunity in this game.
They could in the 10-run rule, yep. They need 3 runs to do it. And those 3 runs are on base.
Exactly.
With 1 out. Oh, swing and a miss there. Oh, you got a piece of it. Regardless, it's still strike. Count goes 1-2. The Williams.
Yeah, a big hit here, and we can save electricity and not have to turn lights on tonight.
That could be a possibility. That one up high for ball 2. Now leaving the count here, 2-2. That pitch up high. Ball 3. Now full count with the bases loaded. See what Williams does. Oh, Williams almost got hit by pitch, so it'll be ball 4.
Hit him in the head.
And that's going to bring home a run to make it 9-1. The bases will stay loaded.
That walk will bring up number 1, Aiden.
So Kel Sundstrom comes home on the walk.
Yeah, now a hit here will end it.
Yep. That one was inside. Aiden Wood to the plate. Wood stepped out of the way just in time.
That's some high knees. Helped him.
That one way up high and outside, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. So Hamilton kind of struggling here. Oh, and he hit him in the back. And that makes it 10-1, and now one more run will end it.
Going to bring up number 11, Bridger. I'm so sorry.
And that sends Royer home for
Matthews.
Run number 10. So 2 hit by pitches here. Keeps the bases loaded. And Brand Matthews, I believe, comes to the plate. Yep, number 3.
Yeah, getting a chance to swing the bat on his behalf.
And that one's behind him, and here comes the winning run. This should score it. That's a wild pitch, and that's game. Bringing home the winning run is George Hamer. Hamer scores on the wild pitch.
5th anniversary to our visitors from Belle Fourche.
So good win for the Sturgis Titans. They get their first win of the season here tonight, beating the Belle Fourche Bronx. Your final score is 11-1, and they score the winning run here in the bottom half of the 6th inning.
Yeah, an incredibly quiet 10-run rule.
Sure was. An incredibly quiet 10-run rule here for the Sturgis Titans. All right, so a quick recap for you here. The Titans get the win. With that, they get their first win of the season. The winning run comes in on a wild pitch at the very end of things there. So the Titans get a good win here tonight against the Belle Fourche Bronx. We're coming up right to the top of the hour here, so we'll wrap things up here from Strong Field so we can get you the top of the hour news in from ABC. I want to thank Wade Huntington for joining us here on the call tonight. And, again, a good win for the Sturgis Scoopers as they beat the Belle Fourche Broncs. We'll say goodnight from Strong Field and get you to the top of the hour for ABC World News coming up next. Sturgis Titan baseball on the Big 81. Our game tonight brought to you by Lynn's Dakota Bar.
And Grossenberg Implement is making room. They've got used round balers in stock, and they've got to go. Right now, take advantage of 3.9% financing for 3 years with just 30% down on all used round balers. But hurry, this offer ends June 30th. Don't miss your chance to upgrade your baler and save big. Grossenberg Implement, where the deals are always in the field.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Dylan Kessler today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.